I wasn't supposed to open the door, but when you hear your dead wife's voice begging to be let in at 3 a.m., you don't think, you just act.
Sarah, is that really you?
Please, let me in. It's so cold out here.
Her voice was exactly how I remembered it. Soft, fragile. But Sarah had been buried 6 feet under for 3 years.
This isn't possible. You're not real.
Open the door, baby. I miss you.
My hand hovered over the lock. Every cell in my body screamed not to do it. But my heart was already turning the knob.
If this is some kind of sick joke.
It's me. I promise. Just let me in.
The door creaked open. The hallway was empty, except for the smell. Rotting flowers. The same ones I'd put on her coffin.
Sarah, where are you?
Then I saw it. A single drop of black liquid oozing from the ceiling. Then another. And another. And... We should...
I'm right here.
Her voice wasn't coming from the hallway anymore. It was above me.
Oh, God.
I looked up. Sarah's face was pressed against the ceiling, her neck stretched like taffy, her eyes hollow and grinning.
You shouldn't have opened the door.
The last thing I heard before the screaming started was the sound of my own bones snapping.
Stop! Please, Sarah.
You always were too trusting.
Her body slithered down from the ceiling, bones cracking as she unfolded onto the floor. But it wasn't Sarah. Not anymore. Her skin was peeling off in strips, revealing something wet and glistening underneath.
What are you?
You called me back. You missed me so much. And now I'll never leave.
The thing wearing Sarah's face lunged. I stumbled back, crashing into the hallway mirror. And that's when I saw it. The reflection wasn't mine.
Nope.
In the glass, my face was rotting. My lips were sewn shut with black thread. And behind me, Sarah wasn't alone. There were others. Dozens of them. All whispering my name.
You're one of us now.
The mirror shattered. The last thing I felt was their hands dragging me into the dark. The room was pitch black, cold. The air smelled like wet earth and something sweet, like funeral flowers left too long in the sun.
Don't fight it.
Her voice came from right beside my ear. I could feel her breath, cold as a winter grave. My fingers clawed at my mouth, nails ripping at the stitches. Blood dripped down my chin, but the threads wouldn't break.
Been struggling. Cute.
A new voice, younger, hungrier.
They always do, until they learn.
Something skittered across the floor. Something with too many joints. Then fingers, long and bony, wrapped around my ankle. It dragged me deeper into the dark, and then I heard the digging.
Almost time.
Yes, he'll make a fine addition.
The soil was cold. I realized with dawning horror, I wasn't in a room at all.
Distant, muffled. Rest now.
My sewn lips trembled, my lungs burned, and in the suffocating dark, I finally understood. And I wasn't supposed to open the door, but when I heard my dead wife's voice whispering through the keyhole, I had to.
Sarah?
Let me in, baby. It's so cold out here.
Her voice was exactly how I remembered it. Soft, sweet, like honey dripping over broken glass. But Sarah had been buried 6 feet under for 3 years.
This isn't real. You're not real.
Open the door, and I'll prove it.
My hand trembled on the knob. The wood creaked as I turned it, just a crack.
Oh, God.
The smell hit me first. Wet earth, rotting flowers. Then I saw her. Sarah stood there, pale as moonlight, her wedding dress caked in mud. But her smile was all wrong. Too wide, too many teeth.
Miss me?
You're dead.
Not anymore. And I brought friends.
Behind her, shadows shifted. Figures emerged from the dark, their hollow eyes fixed on me.
You shouldn't have opened the door.
The voice wasn't Sarah's, it was mine. But I hadn't spoken.
What the hell is happening?
You let us in. Now we never have to leave.
The door slammed shut behind me. The locks clicked on their own, and then the lights went out.
Welcome home.
In the darkness, something cold grabbed my wrist.
Forever this time.
And then the screaming started, but it wasn't mine.
Whose voice is that?
You don't recognize it?
The voice was familiar. Too familiar. It was mine, but from years ago, from before Sarah died.
No, that's impossible.
Nothing's impossible here.
The walls began to bleed. Not blood, words. My own handwriting, scrawled over and over. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You should be.
The floor gave way beneath me. I fell into blackness, still hearing them. Sarah, the other me, the woman I didn't know, laughing as I dropped.
See you soon.
And in the silence,
Where am I?
the air was thick, stale. A single light flickered above me. A mirror stood in front of me, but the reflection wasn't mine.
You're not getting out.
The reflection grinned, and then it reached through the glass.
Now,
Its fingers closed around my throat.
It's better if you don't fight.
The last thing I saw, before everything went black, was Sarah, smiling down at me.
Now we can be together. Really? Together.
And then nothing.
Or was it everything?
Darkness swallowed me whole.
a dream?
My voice cracked, my skin was slick with sweat, but something was wrong. The air smelled like damp earth, and my wedding ring, it was on my finger again.
Good morning, sleepyhead.
My blood turned to ice. Sarah stood in the doorway holding a coffee mug, just like she used to, just like before the accident.
You're here?
Of course I am. Where else would I be?
She smiled, that same too wide smile from the night before.
No, this isn't real.
Isn't it?
She stepped closer. The coffee in her mug wasn't coffee. It was dark, thick, dripping over the edge like...
The fact that
You miss me. You wanted me back.
The walls pulsed, the room stretched, warped, like the house itself was breathing.
You can't wake up from this.
A voice came from behind me. I spun around. There I was. Me. But my reflection's eyes were black. Empty.
what did you do to me?
You did this. You opened the door.
And now you're home.
Sarah's fingers brushed my cheek. Cold. Too cold.
Forever this time.
The bedroom door slammed shut. The lights flickered, and in the darkness, something whispered from the closet.
He's not alone.
The knob rattled. Slowly, the closet door creaked open. Inside, a dozen pairs of eyes stared back at me. All familiar, all dead.
Oh,
They missed you too.
Hands reached out from the darkness. Sarah's grip tightened on my arm.
Time to join the family.
The last thing I heard before the darkness took me again was laughter.
Sweet dreams.
We've been waiting for you.
Light flooded in. Not sunlight, something older, colder.
Welcome home.
And as my eyes adjusted, I understood. This wasn't a nightmare.